Hey guys, how's it going? Welcome to another Swapmeet Sunday. Yes, I know it's a little late, but that's because this time it's personal. No, actually, I met up with a friend and I got something off of him. I didn't get to go to the Swapmeet this weekend because I had to work all weekend. So that's the reason why I didn't make a Swapmeet Sunday, but I got all my stuff that I ordered online and whatnot. So let's take a look at what I got. Okay, so first off, for all of you core fans out there, some of you guys are my viewers because I do a lot of core stuff. I did pick up these two right here. I posted these on the core Facebook page. I got these from, and I'm very sorry if I butcher your last name, from Andrew Rushman. And I needed these two so I can do the Animal Ambush review because I already have the. Actually, I'm borrowing Dark Waters, which is the one for Gills. So yeah, so I have both of those. So now I can do the review. So that's gonna be awesome. That's gonna be coming up, I believe, in my schedule. I have it set up for January, so keep a lookout for that review. Okay, so the next item that I got is actually really, really big, and I got that from an old high school buddy of mine. Here we go. It's all complete, and I just have to clean it and build it. But I now have a Star Trek The Next Generation bridge playset. So that's pretty much what I couldn't take the walls off, and I didn't want to stress it anymore. But this does come with, here's another one of the walls. It comes with everything. The batteries were taken out of it, so there's no corrosion. And then he even said that the doors still open and close. I didn't realize that they were on springs. But that is definitely something that I want to review as soon as possible. I just have to get all the figures, and lucky for me, Star Trek Next Generation figures are really cheap. So I'll be getting some of those on card, and I'm even going to be opening them up because, I mean, there's so many of them out there, and they're really cheap. So if I want another carded one, I could just pay another, $5 to $10 just to pick it up. So, and plus I already have Geordi, because Geordi was my first figure, and I ended up picking him up at a store for like $3. So I already have Geordi, but I definitely want to pick up the rest of the crew, just the core crew. So that's what I'm gonna end up picking up and putting in with this thing. Okay, and then my buddy Drew, he also had a bunch of Star Trek loose parts. So I do recognize some of them. There's some phasers in there. And then it even has these two figures here. I'm not sure exactly what they belong to. They are from, okay, it doesn't say, just says Paramount. But we do have Worf and Captain Kirk. So the next item is actually not something that my dog is trying to get to, but it is something that my brother used to have, and it's packaged, and I would love to review these figures. There's actually only 3 of them, and I think I found someone online that might have them. And anyway, here it is. It's Goku from '95. And I believe you twist his body and his arms go up and down, and he does have his bow, and I mean he's sealed, so that's pretty cool. And yeah, I can't wait to get the rest of these guys so I can do some reviews. Okay, and then for my online pickups, I actually ended up picking up a figure that I've never owned before. I just thought he was kind of cool, but it is Luke Skywalker in his Bespin outfit, and and then I also ended up picking up a replica lightsaber. I'm the kind of person that believes in replicas because I am not going to spend $25 on a little itty bitty lightsaber like that. So replicas are good for me, but here's the thing: they have to be used with caution. So for example, if I was ever to sell this, which I don't really sell, I would say that this was a replica. So I'd be like, oh, Luke Skywalker with replica lightsaber, and I would just toss it in. The price would not go up on this guy just because he has a replica lightsaber. So you kind of have to own up to that kind of stuff, and that's the kind of collector I am. So for now, I have a replica lightsaber, and if I could upgrade to a real one, I would. But again, I'm not a huge Star Wars collector, but I do like this Bespin Luke, and I had to get him a lightsaber, right? And I'm not gonna pay $25. And then I went to this Etsy shop. It's called Toys and Company, and they actually sent me this stuff pretty quick. And I found one of the items that I've been looking for a while, and that is this little weapons case here. And if you had seen one of my other older reviews, I was talking about my brother-in-law's Star Wars collection. He had passed away, I believe, in '96. And sometime in the '90s he passed away, and he had a bunch of Star Wars stuff, and then that was handed down to me so I could take care of it. And in one of those, he did have one of these cases, but it did not have the cover, and it was all sun damaged. And after doing my research, I found out what it belonged to, and I found that piece at the swap meet a while back. So, and that was Chewbacca's bandolier, and I already have his. That's my brother-in-law's weapons case right there. All it needs now is just the sticker, a replacement sticker for that, and then the foam. And thanks to Toy Polloi, I can now see how I'm gonna take care of that. And now I can actually put that on the bandolier. So the bandolier now has both cases, just needs the foam, and that's probably gonna be the next step for repairing this thing, and then add this to my brother's Star Wars collection. So Toy and Company also had a bunch of other stuff, and I actually got this. The killer whale, which like I was talking before, the guy Al from the swap meet, he had about 2 or 3 of these guys a few weeks back, and now I have one. So it's killer whale. It's basically a shell, except for it does have the engine covers, which is pretty cool. But other than that, oh yeah, and then it does have this little piece here. But other than that, it's just it's pretty bare bones. So it does not have the secondary ramp or anything like that. Not the secondary ramp. I meant to say it does not have the cover for this. So that's going to be a real pain to find. But I like taking these things and putting them together. It doesn't even have wheels. So yeah. And then I also got a few other figures. I got a bunch of random figures from Toy and Company, and I have no clue who this guy is. Right before doing this video, I actually just spent about an hour trying to figure him out. I guess I'm going to have to ask online or ask you guys, which would be awesome. So if you guys could tell me who this is, that would be great. You could just comment down below and let me know. I checked Kamen Rider. I checked Power Rangers, I checked Super Sentai, I checked Tokusatsu, and nothing came up. So I don't even know if this guy is even, I mean, he looks like he might be. Something like that. Reminds me of the Big Bad Beetleborgs, kinda. But I got this guy randomly. He actually has some weird articulation with his arms moving in and out, and then his wrists also swiveling. That's weird that his arms will move in and out and not up and down. So, anyway, there's that guy. Okay, and then going along with the killer whale, I do have one of the Crimson Twins. I've never owned one, and that is my first Crimson Twin. So that is pretty awesome. I'm really excited to add him to my Cobra Force, and I definitely would like to get both of them. He is I don't know, the paint is not that amazing on him. So I think I'm gonna have to get another one eventually. But for now, at least I got one of these guys, and that's awesome. You know, I like getting the Joes, so that's great. All right, and then this series, not a lot of people know about this series, and I've looked online, and there's no real videos on it. There's just some people that just kind of speculate a lot on it. But I actually used to have a truck from the series. It's from Tonka, and it's called Steel Monsters. And this is actually one of the drivers for Steel Monsters. And I definitely want to start picking these guys up. This guy has probably the weirdest hair I've ever seen on an action figure where he is bald on the back, but his hair just kind of wraps around. It's just so bizarre that he has like just the back of his head shaved, and then his hair is just combed back. So yeah, there's the Steel Monsters guy. I don't remember his name at the moment, but I want to pick up the rest of the Steel Monsters from Tonka. And the truck that I used to have is the Destroyer. There's definitely a bunch of people that are, well, not a bunch, but there's some of them that are on sale online. And then there's just a few videos on the Destroyer on YouTube, but nothing really that's a good review. So I definitely want to take that head on because I love the Destroyer, and that stayed in my collection for a long time as a kid. So yeah, so I'm gonna be hunting down the Destroyer and the rest of the Steel Monsters, which as a kid I didn't even know that the Steel Monsters was a whole line, and that it even had action figures, because I must have lost my action figure to Destroyer. Actually, come to think of it, no, he never came with an action. The Destroyer never came with an action figure, so I never even knew that the Destroyer had a driver until recently. So yes, Steel Monsters. That's gonna be one thing that I'm definitely gonna be focusing on in 2018. All right, and then last but not least, these guys. I mean, I've been talking about them in my channel for a while. Right now, we're doing the all of the videos for the core, and I got some vintage core. And again, these came from Toy and Company, and so we got Rick Ranger, which is it's not Whipsaw because he has a shirt, but basically Whipsaw. Yeah, Rick Ranger right there, and he ended up making it into the next version of the core. We have Tony Tanner. So I always thought that name was kind of funny. And one of my cousins actually used to have Tony Tanner, but the original version of him. So I don't remember which version this is. I have to look at my notes, but I got a Tony Tanner. I think this is my second one. And what's cool is they're both from the same line. So about the core real quick, I find them very confusing after doing so much research in what teams are when and when they were released and what weapons go with what. The core is really hard to really round up and put together. It's not like G.I. Joe, where it's like, oh, Duke comes with this helmet and this and this and this. And not only that, but these other three characters come with the helmet. You know, and oh, okay, there's only three characters. No, these guys are like, sometimes they all have the same weapon. Sometimes you know, the same version was released in different years, or like they'll skip a year, they'll do a different version, and then these versions will come back. So it's just really hard to really round up the core, and you'll be finding that out when I do the vintage core line. Which when I do the core, it's actually, these are going to be the last ones that I do because there's so much research that needs to go on with these, and not only that, but like there's so many variations and colors and when they were released and who was what, and there's just so much. I love these guys, but man, are they complicated. So anyway, there's those two, and then the final one is actually I believe this is Flashfire or Firestorm. I don't remember which one of the two it is. Or no, wait, Junkyard or no, this guy has to be Flashfire. So that's Flashfire right there, and I'm really liking the gray camo on him. So yeah, so I got 3 core guys to go along with the Crimson Guard. So that is it for this version of Swapmeet Sunday. Even though it wasn't really Swapmeet, it's still my pickups. So you guys know it's, you know, that's what I do on Swapmeet for the Swapmeet Sunday videos. Is just my pickups. So we will go back to Swapmeet Sunday this weekend, which is actually going to be Christmas Eve, and I'm going to be hitting up the Swapmeet because I'm actually off that day. So I'll be going to the Swapmeet, picking up some stuff from there. The thing is, though, if the Swapmeet is closed, the next episode will be just a Christmas episode. So it'll be just my Christmas haul of what I got. I know that one of the items that I am getting for Christmas is from Al. So that's pretty cool. That's something that my mom got me, actually, because I was like, I know what I want for Christmas, and I showed her a picture, and she got me some stuff from Al. So I'll be showing you guys that as well. So anyway, so thanks for watching Swap Meet Sunday and joining me here. I hope you guys enjoyed looking at my haul, and we'll see you on the next one. So I forgot this one thing, and this is actually really cool. It's not really a pickup, but this guy that I buy from on Instagram, Far Toys Vintage, he actually sent all of his customers a Christmas card. So that is awesome. On the back, all it says is just Happy Holidays, Peace on Earth and Beyond. And that is just really super cool. We got the Star Wars Special Chewbacca, or just a Wookiee there with the red. So that's pretty cool. Of course, the kid from Stranger Things is on there, and a bunch of other items. So that is really cool, really awesome that he would just send this to his customers. I didn't buy anything from him this month, but I'm definitely going to keep buying from him. This just shows that he really takes care of his customers by sending them a little Christmas card of some of the figures, since that's what he does. He sells figures. So